I've been completely captivated by a quote that I heard several years ago, and I wanted to share that with you because it's a highly motivational thing for me every time I feel like I'm incapable of doing something or I just don't have the energy. The quote comes from Jordan Peterson, and irrespective of what you think about him, he's got a very valid point here. He says, if you sit down and contemplate if you could make one small improvement in your life, you will more than likely come up with an answer. The problem is that you've got to set the bar at a reasonably acceptably low level. In other words, you're not setting your goals low enough. Everyone says aim for the stars. What Jordan Peterson is saying is that to start with, you need to set your bar so low you can actually achieve the thing. For example, how did I make a YouTube channel so successful around a very niche thing to do? Because I promise you, I didn't wake up and go, I'm going to be a YouTuber and I'm going to get lots of subscribers and make a living doing this. No, it all started because I was homeless and I just needed to find a way of not yeeting myself out of existence. You see, that's the problem with goal setting. A lot of the time we set these ambitious goals that set ourselves up to fail. I don't mean that you shouldn't have ambitious goals, and that's definitely not what Jordan Peterson was talking about. It just means that there is a level at which you are skilled and a level of which you have the energy to take those skills and push it towards your goal. And if one of those is lacking, you will fall short. Now, some of you will say, yeah, even if you try and you fall short, that's still okay because you tried and you're further along towards your goal than what you were when you first began. And you're right, except a lot of people don't have the ability to pick themselves up and dust themselves off and then keep marching forward. That is a skill that is learned through time and practice. I've been weightlifting since I was in high school. More than half my life, and what I've learned through doing weightlifting and MMA and boxing and various other fitness programs is that it is incremental small gains. It's tiny little steps in the right direction that ultimately get you to where you're going. And that is what he's talking about. You need to set the bar acceptably low. In my fitness journey, with my injuries, with my shoulder, my back, and a few other places, it is a lot harder to set yourself up and correctly go through a deep squat with full control than it is to bodge your way through lifting a heavier weight like this. But to learn how to do that, you have to know how to do a proper bodyweight squat. And for some people, that's just not good enough. Yeah, your YouTube channel might only have 10 subscribers and every video only gets 5 views. And you might not be able to get all the way down on a bodyweight squat. So instead of beating yourself up over the fact that you're not where you want to be yet and not trying at all, you need to relook at your goals and set the bar acceptably low. What Jordan Peterson says, if you sit on the end of your bed and you ask that question, what could I do to improve my life today? One simple thing, you'll come up with an answer, and more often than not, it's an answer you don't want to hear because the improvement isn't big enough for you. Maybe you can only get halfway down on a bodyweight squat, so instead, you have to learn how to do some stretches. Your videos aren't going as well as you thought, so maybe it's time to read a photography book. Or if you're like me and you've battled PTSD, depression, and a whole host of other mental stuff that goes on after traumatic events, it's just about getting out of bed, making sure that you have a shower, eat something relatively healthy, and make your bed. No one is going to cheer you on for those things, but they will have a massive impact on your mental health and your overall ability to build off the success that you've had at the start of the day by doing something simple that was achievable and that the bar was low enough for you to do. Making your bed isn't sexy, but it's necessary.